Hey YouTube, I'm here to announce another F5 Automation Toolchain release. This is actually quite a big release, and I'm going to go through the components, kind of talk a little bit about what's in this release and the different pieces of the automation toolchain that make up the F5 ATC components. And so we release the automation toolchain every six weeks, and as you can see, this is our 36th release of AS3. And so it was just posted this week. I've actually been testing it. It actually is actually a pretty good release. So as you can see, ongoing development around the components of the F5 Automation Toolchain. So let's go and take a look at the release itself. Let's call out a couple of these enhancements, bug fixes, etc. Kind of call out some of these items. So the first item as part of the automation toolchain is your it's AS3, and so like I said, this is the 36th version of AS3 that we're releasing. This is actually quite a good release, and it's actually quite a good version to pick up. And some items to note. Some GitHub issues resolved here, which is actually kind of important. Let's actually go through the components that were actually released. So the first item is AS3 was released, AS3 36. The second item is Declarative Onboarding 129. This is the version 29th of Declarative Onboarding, and here we're looking at telemetry streaming, version 28 of telemetry streaming. And we're looking here at the FAST templates, version 17 of FAST, and version 20 of the ACC, which is F5 Automation Converter. That's what's going to convert Classic to AS3. And so let's go ahead and cover some of the highlights as part of this release. One thing that we've noticed working with a couple of customers is that it's recommended to increase your memory for REST Java D, and so there's a DB variable. So really important, don't increase it above 2,500 MB, right? And so try and keep it below. Kind of a nice spot is maybe 2 gig, around 2048. Just kind of watch that. If you have increased it around above 2.5, then decrease it. Highly recommended. Because you potentially will run into some issues. In this release, there are some service discovery enhancements. And so if you are using the service discovery package as part of AS3, it's recommended to pick up version 36. Specifically if you're using stuff like console, or if you're doing quite a lot of service discovery in public cloud, then highly recommended. As I said, there are some service discovery updates, and this is the update here to the service discovery package itself. So a couple of bug fixes to call out. Again, we talked a little bit about service discovery here. There are some specific customer related. So if you want to go and look at these items, you could actually just go and select the item here. You can actually then go and look at it. So 36 here is the RPM that you can download. If you're using the VS Code extension, it is already added to the VS Code extension. And so you can upgrade your AS3 or any of your automation, your ATC items through the VS Code extension. And it's really nice because all you do at that point is really select the device and then go to the specific component, and then you can upgrade it right there. So that's important. These packages are already in VS Code extension, and so that's it's a really easy way to update it. You don't have to download anything. All you do is just select it, and I'll create a video of how to do that separately. So that's AS3, taking a look here at declarative onboarding. Declarative onboarding in this release was really just resolved items. It was really just bug fixes, a couple nice bug fixes here with regards to declarative onboarding. When we look at telemetry streaming, there was some documentation improvements, as well as some enhancement requests, specifically around some defects. So a couple here, not too much in the TS release and the declarative onboarding. When we look at fast or the templates for AS3, a couple items here. There is an exchange template option that was updated. There's an IPAM token-based auth that was done here as well. And so a couple other bug fixes around there as well. So take a look at these. Here's the policy. There's some policies here. And there are some other specific updates as well. The other item that was also part of this release is ACC. So in ACC, we added some internal stuff specifically for telemetry data. There is a couple of GitHub issues here, one being here, and some error outputs as well. So that is what really makes up the ATC release. I believe this was our 25th ATC combined release of all of these items. We already started working on what we call ATC 26, which is our next release. That would be, for example, AS3 version 37, etc., etc. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me. You can do that via the comments on YouTube. If something doesn't work as expected, let us know. You can open a GitHub issue. You can contact support through F5 support. And that's pretty much it. I'll reach out when we have another ATC update. Also going to do some more videos on what are these items. And then also talk about how to upgrade these components through VS Code extension. I'll do that update as well. You'll see that video coming up potentially maybe next week. Thank you so much. If you like this content, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what videos you would like to see.